Okay, so here we are at the lake, and you pass through this little pathway. It's really cute. The road is literally right there at the end of the pathway. And here we have leaves that you can see. They've been on the ground for a while. You can hear them crunch. I love that sound. So looking at the leaves, you can talk about them. You know, you can say, oh, the brown, dry leaves. But what if you expanded your vocabulary and talked about learned different shades of brown that you could use, or different shades of the reds and yellows, and even the greens. You know, you have chartreuse, you have limes, you have, I'm trying to think, you have sage colors in here, different things like that. And the reds, you could use russet, or the yellows would be amber, different things like that, that really just extend your vocabulary in the way you talk about things. And so here we have the dappled sunlight just coming through the trees gently. It's just really pretty sweet. This is early afternoon, or actually I should say mid-afternoon, around 2 or 3. So, you know, the sunlight streams it, or it could, rather than streaming, it could lay on the ground, or cast itself on the ground, or depending on how bright it is, whatever. And here we have some tree roots from an old dead tree that, you can talk about as gnarly or gnarled, or any other form of it. And then here we're coming more into the sunlight, but it's a warm, soft sun. And here we are coming to the edge of the lake over the pebbles. Many of them have been here for obviously centuries. And you can talk about the starkness of the dead tree here, all the branches, and how they're weathered gray. And so here we have our landscape. And over in the center of the photo you have, those are cattails, I believe. And they sort of, yes, they sway in the wind, but they also bounce. They're nodding their heads in the afternoon sun. You have, instead of just reds and greens, gold and brown, you can talk about them as, I don't know, it kind of looks like a picnic cloth to me, with amber. I think I said amber before, but, or if it looks like a picnic cloth, you could talk about in, the colors in terms of mustard and relish and ketchup. Things like that, just to open your vocabulary and open the way you see the world and how you describe it. Even the way the sun glitters on the water. I'm going to try to have you hear the lapping of the water here. Hang on. So that creates its own gentle sound, and how clear the water is here. You can see through, you can see how velvety or silky, or trying to think of another word. It's almost like suede. The sand looks like suede, but it's a combination of a mud and it's silty. So just to open your mind to different ways that you can describe the same thing that everybody else sees, and here this is called a lake. However, in the next town over, there's a body of water that is pretty much the same size, a little smaller, but not by much, and similar layout, and it's called a pond too. So you have tons of options here. So anyway, this was just a quick video to just again expand your way of thinking about words and vocabulary, and just kind of getting you exposed to different areas of English. So there you have it. Hope you have a wonderful day. One last pan of the lake, and you have a wonderful day. Happy autumn.